AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. 20, kick.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Kill!
And the play clock gets 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look, mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round, when you go down, now.
You spin my head right round, when you go down,
From the top of the when I watch her go, she got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top of the she got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down now. Shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Yes, I'm like that's part of my rebuilding castles that's made out of. She's amazing, I'm fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get this maximum wage that belong on a poster. I'm in the days that is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a hoster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. You spin my head right round, when you go down, now.
You spin my head right round, when you go down,
From the top of the when I watch her go, she got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top of the when I watch her go, she got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. Yeah, I'm spending my money. Man, I got this swag. My head matching my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. Yo, man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My head matching my bag. You know I'm poppin' tag. Yo, man, I got this swag. When I serve, now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, polo on my body. Got a bad girl beside me, and a friend right behind me, and I'm swag. I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm clean like this detergent. Gone by the zone, yeah, strong, and you know I'm on 'cause I'm swag. I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm clean like this. Okay, I fall off in the club with a pocket full of bands. Big stupid friends like a wrapped up in some rain. Swag super cool, blowing strong like a fan. And my chain shining hard, it just gave my neck a tan. Pockets on pop, I could they swole off this spinach. Peachtree swag, you can call me Mr. Lennox. Bottles in my hand, putting on just like cable. Surfing off the sand like I surf. Kelly Slater, surfing swag. I swag, swag, surf, I swag, swag, surf, I swag, swag, surf. Now watch me swag. Okay, I swag, swag, surf, I swag, swag, surf, I swag, swag, surf. Now watch me swag. Okay, swagging in the club, you gon' see me throwing money up. Catch me with a bad chicken, all friends is got some drinks. We gon' hold them up inside it while we rolling. They got it, I'm gon' drink it up. I'm always wearing polo, I'm wearing mascot. Cake on debit, I don't hesitate to cash out. St. John Stevenson, the black and blue jag out. Pockets on halftime, I'm always bringing bands out. Exotic, polo on my body. I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm clean like this. When I hit the club, it's like I gotta catch a wave. Boogie board, shawty got me surfing off the stage. Got me something like a hit if I want out. I'm surfing like I'm auto 'cause I got that rocket power. Take it like a camera. Flash screen, shawty, man, I'm surfing like the channel. Paper towel money, man, I'm all about.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From the 43, here's second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Oh, the gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. This now a 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. And he is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jahad Campbell in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Jackson now. He finds Hopkins complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Again, it's Henry. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jackson here is going to look to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for 2. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Oh, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean. Now 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
180. Get up. 180. Finish it hot. 180. Finish hot. Sit up.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Finish it hot. Sit up. 180.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Alpha, sit hot. 180. Sit hot. 180. Finish hot. Sit hot.
Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Sit hot. 180. Finish it hot. Finish it hot.
Again to Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
180. Sit hot. 180. Finish it up. Sit hot.
Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Hey.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it. And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up the defensive touchdown.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Shoots away from one. It is going well so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
On 2, ready?
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Right shot. Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Goes to the hurry up here.
11.
2-yard line.
Let's get to the game here to Chase Brown. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
On the tackle. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
12. 11.
Burrow setting up the play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot.
Ravens get him. Down he goes. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Back at his 48-yard line.
Here we go.
Working quickly here.
MT, tape. 11 MT, tape. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Fourth down, Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Owumche. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting on the ground. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Finish it up!
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
180! 180! Finish up! Sit up!
This is Henry on second. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
180!
First down, and they go back to Henry. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
180!
Jackson throwing for it. It's cut for 2, and that's going to be an 8-0 lead.
Makes the score.
Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
On 1, ready?
This, our last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
First down, Burrow to throw. Dump off, caught by his back. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They start with 2nd and 6.
180! Place hot! Hot! Mighty!
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before it's caught. Brought down by the versatile All-Pro, Kyle Hamilton.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. Well, I've seen this happen a time or 2 in my NBA tenure, Brock. A guy checks in, jump ball, takes a dribble in the wrong direction, and then realizes what he's doing. That was an entirely new level.
Yeah, it was a uh-oh. You know, NFL scouts will call it spatial awareness, and that was That was a failure of spatial awareness. Makes me want to, Kate, I wish we could have a camera right there on the helmet of that quarterback so we could all see the utter chaos. And then it's desperation. Well, and then unfortunately, it's total failure in the end.
They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, hey, boy, Lil John. Pick your meat, click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. About that time. Turn this thing on out. Now, let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers. Step with it, put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me, I'm by myself. I do it so good, I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that in my cup.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. A 1st down carry for him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Derrick Henry. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
21G, 21G.
On play action, here's Tua. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Nifty move. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
This is Henry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. First and goal at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Henry looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready, shot? All right, go ahead. Corner, whoa. Hey, whoa.
Now Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 45.
Now it's Jackson. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 55 by 2 touchdowns. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 2-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before the game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tua. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
and from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
14 yards.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson going to keep it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
41-yard line.
Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
180. 180.
Throwing is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
For the two-point conversion.
180.
They'll try and throw for it. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Dolphins, nothing. Tyler Luke to kick
So
off.
not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Solo left Zion. Father, whoa.
Looking to pass. Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Up the middle, Achane.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Solo left Zion.
Tua going to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Back to the ground, Achane.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
10 yards on the pickup.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't.
Well, he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for two.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
In motion, Hill. Tua going to try and throw for it. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 55 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down in the yard.
Sit hard, Doc. Sit hard. 180.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
180. UAX.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
180. That's it. Hey. Sit up.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The Ravens send their punter out now. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Alpha, sit on. 180. 180.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th.
Ready?
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Henry up the middle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Jackson will keep it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Tua.
And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 21G. 21G.
Here's Tua.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Here's Tua.
And they will get back to within one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth.
16. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
I'm thinking it's all over when I go out. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't with the big bro. I got to maintain, cause it like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Too much undercover, now it's time for the blubber. Blabber, to watch that belly get fatter. Fat boy on a diet, don't try it. I jack yo like a looter in a riot. Fat like a sumo, leaving your face in the grass. You know, I don't take a dulo lightly. I'm just jealous cause you can't outright me or kick that style. Wicked, wow, happy face, never seen me smile. Rip that mainframe, I'll explain. Like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane got no brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the brain. Like Louis Armstrong, play the trumpet off that and break you off something soon. I got to get my props. Cops come and try to snatch these pigs wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad and I'm out in the night too scared. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make your eyes strain. Like me, it's going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane got no brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the brain.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. The Pick Your Me Click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. in the act. Got to hit the club. We've been mobbing all day. On some Jono. VIP stats. Look around the club. What do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping their fingers, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves. That's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game. I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace. Straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. What you do, you and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that I get, the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can be in two.
Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey,
chillin' in the bill. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Up the put it in the air. I'm throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't dead mess. I bet you can't do it like this. Yeah, I'm back to the track, back to the snap. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it in the A time.
And if you ain't know,
this is how it goes down.
Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey.
And finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm worn down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on the hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've looked, I've tried, no one told me when it wrong. Am I feeling all the feelings, or am I just going up? Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. No time for
flying, so don't blink twice.
I tried everything I thought that I may need. I've been trying to catch my breath since I was 17. I've heard, I've cried, and way too much to drink, but I won't let my life drown in that old kitchen sink. Holy, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We have all cried just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh me, oh my, would you look in my eyes? We laugh or cry just to feel alive. Oh, no time for living a lie. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice. Oh, time flies, so don't blink twice.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker. Tyler Luke set to get this started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He'll stay on the ground with Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. They need 8 as they come up for third down.
158.
On third down, they go with Warren. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you, the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn fourth down into a first.
From the 41, here's second down and 7. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Nate Wiggins up to make the tackle. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. We'll try and run it here with Warren. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Here's a handoff to Warren. And he'll get about 5. 36. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how this first quarter will come to an end. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. They come up now on 3rd down and 4 to go. From the gun, Roger, and they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
That's taken in, and he's going to have the Steelers' first down. That was something else. Big pickup on 4th and long. And they get a new set of downs. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Good work trying to defender body his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Rodgers to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Throwing, Rodgers. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. They'll go again here with Henry. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down. to the air one more time with Jackson. Rolling right. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A first down throw from Rodgers. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Rodgers now. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. It might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. He works free, right side. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
Conversion.
Now, Jackson. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just the pick six, but add on a 2-point conversion. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Second and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Second down, Rodgers. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Mike Reed in for the sack, It is a loss of 8. And now it's third down. One final throw before the break. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
10 at the 41-yard line.
180. Good. 180. Ready, shot.
Going to go right back to Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Sit on. Yeah.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Sit on. 180. Ready, shot.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
DC, ready?
3rd and 2. Here we go. 4th quarter underway, and here's Henry. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Now Jackson on 4th down. He's got his hand. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or a win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
On the ground, here's Henry. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd and 5. On the give, here's Henry. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. They'll drop to throw. To the right side, he's got Andrews. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Now it's Jackson. Not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's Gainwell, and he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5. And now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Warren. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up 4th down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, This offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. You got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Glorious opportunity for the offense as they take over first and goal. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now we're going to get a timeout, somewhat pointlessly called here with 3 seconds to go in a game that has already been decided. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Here we go. One final play. Oh, a loose football. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this game will end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and themselves. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Well, good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
18. That's good for Baltimore. First down. A gain of 18.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
He's brought down at the 39.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Henry. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 39 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0.
And that's the score. Ravens 8. Ravens
Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit him with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys be able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
180.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle.
Forward. And 9.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to return this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The sack there by Roquan Smith. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. And he is going to have a Ravens first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down carry for Henry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Inside handoff. Henry
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Down at the 26. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. LeJontay Wester in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Real quick, ready?
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
17 yards. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
But in get back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards is the game that time. 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Ravens will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Ravens 16. Ravens 14. Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you got to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. You couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
13 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Henry up the middle. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shelling through the defense. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he has the Ravens first down. And
Were you trying to get crazy with this?
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. With Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Loop to get us started. Off we go here in Baltimore. We'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Set! Get it, 20!
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And he falls incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game,
nowhere to go. He is taken down. Roquan Smith. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
They're going to go. It's Stafford. And that is not for the work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth. They wind up turning it over on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
From the 1, second and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room.
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
That is caught. They get the 2-point conversion. What a start to this one. An 8-0 edge.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Parkinson in motion. On first and 10, Stafford. He'll find his tight end. It's Kobe Parkinson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Parkinson in motion. On first and 10, Stafford. This pass deflected and caught. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Parkinson in motion. Stafford now to throw on first down. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Parkinson in motion. Throwing again is Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Here we go.
Second and 7.
0. Brings up second and 7 at the 15-yard line.
The motion man is Nakua. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Picked off by Gina Rouzier. And the Ravens will take over at their own 14-yard line.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's second and 6. One quarter in the books. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it second down and 6 to begin. On the handoff, it's Henry. A short gain up to the 20. That's not made by Byron Young.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
13. Sit hard. 180.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Second down and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Hopkins' 1st catch. Good enough for a 1st down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. A couple of 1st downs already on this drive, and they'll go 1st down from the 43. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Not much there, maybe a yard. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
180. Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
180.
Jackson now. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Again, it's Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion. I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
well sent in motion here. First down, Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Second and a yard.
And middle. Ready. 50, thanks.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds on a very solid return. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing Jackson. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And 3rd down coming up. Now Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And he searches for a gain of about 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey! Yo.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Jackson now to throw on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Left side, caught by Andrews. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
It's clear from that third down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on fourth down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket. On the defensive side of the field, now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. He's going to have a Ravens first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, first down.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. He'll go again here with Henry, and he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Get out! 180! Nice shot! 13. Sit up!
On the give, here's Henry. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Rams.
Here's second and 2.
Sit on! 180! Nice shot!
On the ground, here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play.
Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. Talk things over before third down. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
Hey, middle.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. They'll go with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark them short.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
180! Hey, Ozzy! Sit up!
He'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. So he finds the space and breaks the plane for the touchdown. Greg, there are certain quarterbacks who just have a knack for that old school play.
That play call sheet gets a lot easier, Mike, when you have not only a quarterback, like you mentioned, who has a nose for the end zone, but an offensive line that can continue to get such a consistent push. You put those two things together, I think you should call it every single time he finds himself on the goal line. There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up two fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Hey! Look, 60!
The motion man is Nakua. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive.
Ready! Lady!
The motion man is Nakua. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Open man downfield. It is Adams. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here 1st and 10.
Lady! Not!
The shotgun snap to Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Again, it's Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
20, 32, 53. Ready? Stay 50, stay 50.
Stafford to throw again. He'll complete it to Adams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To the air again. Stafford. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
Monday, 250. Alert!
They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. Oh, a bad decision there. Off his back foot. It's intercepted.
It's no secret. This offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akilo Witherspoon.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Ready? 280. Easy, alert! Look at
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open downfield is Parkinson. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Hand, move 60.
1st down, Rams.
Drill right, 22. Ready, hot.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
0. Hey, red.
One last throw here for Stafford. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
Man, I got this swag. My hat matching my bag. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got this swag. Man, I got this swag. My hat matching my bag. You know I'm popping tag. But man, I got I swag when I serve. Now I be surfing swag. I'm on hypnotic, exotic, polo.